Hey everybody, my name is Emily. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do another one of my December Declutter series. So today we're looking at eyeliner. And as you can see, there's a lot of it. This is where it starts to get difficult for me because a lot of this eyeliner, I've been collecting it for a really long time and I am loath to get rid of things, especially stuff that is limited edition and they don't make this color anymore. But at the same time, I'm not using these. I don't need to keep this many eyeliners. So I'm going to pull these out and I'll arrange them by color and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have everything basically sorted by type of eyeliner as well as in general by color. So I did keep all of my liquid or gel crayons here, and then everything, which is my millions of Urban Decay. My two Fenty liners are here, and then these are all things that have not yet been opened. Some of these are duplicates for some of the stuff here. And some of them are just new pencils I haven't opened yet, and I just kept them separate. So as you can tell, I have an extremely large Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil collection. This has been collected over the last few years. This was the first type of makeup that I got very much like a Pokemon, where I wanted to collect them all. So I was collecting every color that they came out with. They were also making a lot of sets back then because any of these little guys, they all came in a set. So I bought them like 5 at a time. And then certain ones, like any of the black pencils, these tended to come in Urban Decay palettes, so I collected more like that. And then some of them I did buy individually. And then as they would clearance stuff on their website, every time they discontinue a color, that's when I would sort of pick up these guys. Because I think all of the stuff that's closed, some of these are really old and they don't make these colors anymore, but I was so sad that they weren't going to make it, I wanted to grab extra ones to make sure I never ran out. And I don't know that it's even possible for me to run out because, as you can tell, these eyeliners, some of these eyeliners have to be at least 5 years old, and I have not come even close to using any of them up. I think I've actually used up perhaps one. No, I have used up 2 Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencils in my lifetime. 2. And the only one that I'm close to using up 2 of them of the same color would be this guy, and this is in the shade Mildew. So Mildew is a green. And see, the pencils are still really nice though, like they still look good. The only problem is this product is actually super loose in the pencil. I have no idea how long I've had this. I also know that I do have a duplicate, an unused, unopened box with Mildew in it. And that just seems silly. I should not have this many of the same color. Let me sort of swatch it next to some of the other stuff. I'm not positive they still make Mildew. I also have the color Zodiac, which looks highly similar to Mildew. Yeah, Mildew and Zodiac are not exactly the same, but for my purposes, they pretty much are the same. So this guy is super duper old. Because the pencil itself is loose in here, if I try to sharpen it, it's not going to fix that problem. It's just going to eventually break off and then probably fall directly out. So you know what? This pencil, it's time for it to go. I have a backup, and also I still have this color as well that I haven't even used. So Mildew, we're going to put this in the goodbye pile. As far as Zodiac is concerned, that's a really lovely green. It has a goldy glitter to it. I don't have another one exactly the same, besides from the unopened one. But for now, I think I'm going to keep it, so I'm going to put that over here. Next up, we have, the next green I would have would be the color Mars. I don't even know if I've ever used Mars. I don't remember what Mars looks like. Oh, so Mars has got this really beautiful teal shimmer to it. That's really pretty, although it definitely needs sharpened. So I guess while we're sitting here, if I want to even hope to use any of these, I better sharpen them as well. See, is the product loose in here? No, this one's okay. So I think Mars is still good. This is where it's going to get weird. This is the color Junkie. Let's see what Junkie looks like next to this. So Junkie is just a little more sparkly than Mars is, but the color itself is really not that different. There's just more of an undertone. That one is also a little wiggly in this pencil. I don't need both of these. They're pretty much the same. They're not, I mean, frankly, I can make this effect. I gotta let Junkie go. Junkie's gonna go. I'll keep Mars and I'm gonna let Junkie go. Then we get into my teals. I have a lot of teal as well. So these 3 are kind of the same. So we're going to have the color Vacancy. Oh, Vacancy is completely broken. So we have the color Vacancy. Let's see what Vacancy looks like. And Vacancy is just a really nice teal. But does Vacancy differ from Deep End? Frankly, no. Deep End is pretty much the same as Vacancy. The pencils look different, but the color on my hand, not the same. And then we have Flipside. So those three are essentially the same color. Flipside does have an interesting sheen to it a little bit, but the difference between Vacancy and Deep End is pretty much the same. I think the one in the worst shape is probably Vacancy, so we'll let Vacancy go. I really don't need to keep both of these. For right now, I'm just going to put them here. I'll come back to it in a minute. So moving on to the blues. The next color we have is Electric. Electric is not super different from any of those guys. And let's take a look at Gonzo next to it. So Gonzo versus Electric. Gonzo is a very nice neutral blue, but Electric has a really cool sparkle to it. They are different, but I don't think I need both of them. Oh, that's a tough one too. Okay, let's swatch the rest of the blues just to get that done. So this is Mainline. Oh, that's a really interesting navy. I guess that's definitely a matte. So that's Mainline. Then we have the color Accuse, which is sort of a blue with a sparkle in it. And then the color Ultraviolet, which I think is when the purples start to come in. And that's got sort of a neon purple to the blue. Oh, this is difficult. I'm not going to wear Mainline. It's just not going to be my first choice. So Mainline's going to go. I really like the shimmer of Accuse. I think I'm going to keep Accuse. I also really like the sheen for Ultraviolet. I'm going to keep Ultraviolet. And then I have to look at the difference between Gonzo and Electric. So Gonzo is really a matte and Electric is a shimmer. They are different. I am loath at the moment. But do I need this many of this color? Do I have too many of that? Okay, I have to defer this decision right now. Let's see how many more I get rid of. I need to at least reduce this collection by 1/3 because this is silly. So if I'm not reducing by 1/3 by the time we get through this, I'm going to have to go back to this and look at it again. All right, moving on to the purples. So this is the purple section that I have. We'll include this weird pink as well. So the shades that I have, so this is Binge. So Binge is actually one of the very few colors I've actually completely used up. And I know they don't make Binge anymore because Binge is one of the ones that I do have a backup pencil for. I bought this when it went on sale when they were discounting it completely off the website. So I do have 2 of Binge. It was my very favorite eye pencil for a good long while. So let me just take a look at if this one is still in pretty good shape. And it is. To be honest, Binge is not that different from Ultraviolet, at least not on my hand. There is a little bit more purple to this, like a vibrant purple. But the color itself is not that different. I think the difference is just Binge is a little bit darker. So I guess if you didn't get the chance to get Binge, just get Ultraviolet. It's pretty much the same. All right, you know what? I have a backup of Binge. This is almost a full size. It's barely been used. I'll let that one go. I'll keep Ultraviolet. Oh, this is hard. Anyway, moving on. So now we're looking at, this is the color Tornado. So Tornado is like a nice matte dark purple. There's no real shimmer to that. I'm curious what that's going to look like. This is Empire. Okay, so Empire and Tornado, pretty much the same. And Tornado's in better shape, so we're going to get rid of Empire. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Next we're going with Delirious. So Delirious has sort of like a gold glitter into the purple, and we'll put that next to Voodoo. So Voodoo's a lot lighter. I feel like Delirious is going to look like Rockstar. Rockstar is one of my really old pencils, so the packaging has sort of changed color. No, not that much. Rockstar is also one of the colors I've actually gotten to use the entire thing of. I'm not positive I need Rockstar anymore. Well, it looks more brown than purple at this point. Hold on. Let's try Lust just to take a look at the rest of these purples. I don't see you, Asphyxia. So that's Lust next to that. And then we'll do Asphyxia. Asphyxia is one of those colors that I'm kind of obsessed with at the moment. It's that weird shimmery iridescent. This is not my favorite eye pencil, but I do love this color right now. I'm going to keep Asphyxia. I don't have anything else like it. In terms of these other guys, so Delirious is the one that's got this lovely color to it. Voodoo's a little bit lighter. Frankly, Lust is not that similar. Lust is pretty similar to, I think, Ultraviolet and Binge. So maybe I don't need Lust. Oh, I have a backup of Lust. Alright, we're going to let Lust go. I'm going to keep these two backups. If I'm keeping those, they're going in here. Same thing with this Mildew. I'm keeping that guy. Alright, so Lust goes. Delirious and Voodoo are different. I guess for now I want to keep them. Okay, I want to keep them. I looked at Rockstar already. It's pretty close to this brown. I want to see if any of these other browns are similar to it. So this is Muse. Then we have Smokeout. And then we have Demolition. I do not need all of these. These are all pretty similar. I think between the two of these, I think Demolition is in better shape. I think I will keep Demolition temporarily. I'm going to let Smokeout go. Frankly, Muse is just a slightly shimmery brown. Do I need a slightly shimmery brown? Do I get the same effect if I just keep my Rockstar? Okay, so I want to look at these other browns first before I make a decision. So this is the color Roach. Roach is very pretty. It's got a nice shimmer to it. And then I need to look at Twice Baked. And Twice Baked. Twice Baked also has some shimmer in it. I don't know that it's that different from any of these other guys. And you know what? I'm going to let Twice Baked go. I'm going to keep Roach because it's got that neat gold to it. And in terms of Muse, I'm going to keep Muse for now, but I'll revisit that. I'm getting pencil everywhere. Rockstar being one I already have a duplicate for. So maybe I should just let go of the little one and just keep the new one. So I'm going to do that. This is the color Crave. It's like a really dark brown. It's not that different from some of the other ones. Did I keep any of those? I guess it's not that different from Demolition. Not really. Not on my hand. You know what? Alright, I'm going to let Crave go. Crave's going to go. And, alright, let's look at the grays now. I'm not even positive where some of these grays came from. So this is the color Oozy. That's quite pretty. And then this is the color Moonspoon. And Moonspoon has a little bit more glitter in it. I'm not positive I've ever even used Moonspoon. It's a little chunky coming right off the bat. I'm gonna let Moonspoon go. I think Oozy's a better pencil, so I'll keep that guy. And then we have Gunmetal, which I think is just a silver. So that's Gunmetal. And I also have Cuff, which is an even more intense silver. All right, I'm definitely keeping Cuff. Cuff is great. You know, I'll keep Gunmetal for now. And then I have Yeyo, which is a white. I don't use a lot of white eyeliner, but this one is a pretty good one. I guess it's less like, it's not an opaque white, it's a shimmer white. Which I didn't realize it was a shimmer white, but I do think that looks pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to keep that. And then I have the two blacks. So I think about both of these guys. So I have Perversion and I have Zero. I also have a backup of Perversion. I'm also pretty sure this Perversion might be pretty close to new. So the difference between Perversion and Zero is that one of them is slightly more matte than the other, but they're both black. But Perversion is like a blackest black. And Zero is a little bit more chill about it. I guess if I'm going to use it, I'm going to use Perversion. Even though I do have a backup, I think it's always good to have a good black pencil. I think I'll just let Zero go. that could have gone worse. So all the pencils that I'm keeping that are still in the box, actually all 4 of these, I've gotten rid of their counterpart, so I only have 1 of them left, except for Perversion. I will keep that as a backup and I'll leave that in the back. So let me take these out and count up how many Urban Decays I got rid of and see if I got rid of enough. Okay, so after further reflection, I looked at Demolition and Muse again, and I'm going to let Muse go because Muse is frankly just a slightly less amped version of Roach, and I don't need that many brown eyeliners. So anyway, so I'll be keeping 24 of my Urban Decay liners. And so far, I'm getting rid of 14. So that's pretty good. That's at least the third that I was hoping for. So we'll move on to these. These are my liquid liners, as well as this guy from Makeup Forever, which I got brand new and I haven't used it yet. And I do want to use it, so I'm going to keep that guy, but we'll just move it out of the way. And then I have found another Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon. I am really bad at using these. They smear everywhere. The only thing they're good for is if you're trying to make a fun gothy look, but I don't need to keep that. So let's get rid of that. This is my backup of my tattoo liner in Trooper. So I want to keep that. This is the one I currently have open. Definitely keeping that as well. Just as an example next to other things. So it's just a really good liner. I also have this Marc Jacobs. What is this? I have this Marc Jacobs Magic Marker Precision Pen Eyeliner. This was pretty good, but I'm fairly certain it's getting... Oh, it's actually not doing too bad. The biggest problem is this brush is sort of taken a tilt to the side, so it's hard to do a straight line very well without it sort of going like that. And I already have a bad hand as it is. So this guy, I think I'm going to toss him because I wouldn't share a liquid eyeliner. So that one's going to go. I also have the tattoo liner in Mad Max Brown. I'm pretty sure this guy's in good shape too. Yeah, that one's fine. So I will keep that. And then I have 3 of these ink liners from Kat Von D. This is in Baudelaire. That one's still in pretty good shape. That's a neat blue. This is in the shade Nietzsche. I was a little worried about this guy that it was starting to dry out, but it doesn't look too bad. And this is in the shade Dolly, and Dolly's relatively new. I just bought Dolly. So that's Dolly. In comparison to other shades I already have, I probably don't need to keep some of these teals down here. But for now, I'm going to. So I'm going to keep these guys. These are all liners I really like. So last I have these Fenty liners. So the way they look. So this is the liner by itself. I'm going to do a second one right next to it. So this is in the color Alien Bay. So this is the blue one. They made 3 of these for the holiday collection by Fenty Beauty. The other one was sort of a champagne-y shimmer. And then this color is Nepturnt. Nepturnt is the green. So let's put Nepturnt here. And an extra one. So these, if you put these on very carefully, they will go on matte, and they look really nice actually. They're pretty basic with like a slight hint of a shimmer, but once you let them dry a little bit, and if you want to rub them with your finger, that will unlock the power of the glitter within. And so I have now unlocked the power of the glitter, and that's the difference you're going to get. These are a little bit gimmicky. They're definitely a little bit silly. I did not need to buy 2 of these. However, I really liked the Nepturnt once I bought it, though it definitely takes a very steady hand. And I wasn't going to buy Alien Bay, and then it sold out, and then I was regretful, and then I found it in a Sephora in JCPenney's. They actually had one, and I went, all right, you know what? This is my moment. I'm going to buy this one too. So my goal is to try to use these this year as much as possible, and at the end of the year, that'll be it for them. Because they are limited edition, I have used them. I do like them. I just need to remember that they're here and I have to use them up. I don't want to get into a situation where 5 years from now I'm doing a declutter and I'm still holding on to these. So these are lovely colors. They will look good on me if I remember to use them. I have to commit to that. So I do want to keep these as well. Okay, so I'm keeping 33 liners and I am getting rid of 16. I do have too many teal eyeliners. My name is Emily. I have a problem with teal eyeliners. But the best part about this is I might actually be able to fit all of the eyeliners into one drawer. That would be the greatest gift of all. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to my channel. I hope your declutters are fruitful and you're getting rid of all the stuff that you don't use and it's going to a wonderful new home, and that you're actually using and loving the makeup that you really care about, because I think that's really my goal here. I want to have only makeup that makes me happy, that I really want to use, and I want to actually use stuff. I don't want to just have it sitting there as a monument to makeup of years past. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye!